Well, hello, it's nice to see you again. I'm definitely not keeping up the same schedule as I did last year, but I do want to keep documenting my Buried Earth book project with these videos for the rest of the year. So on April 1st, April Fool's Day, I buried another page off my Buried Earth book in the ground. This one had some rusty bottle caps stitched to the surface using this beautiful gold thread that my friend Joanne gave me, and it's just gorgeous. These particular bottle caps were all gathered in my local community here, but really you can find them in every part of the world. And I've been thinking this month a lot about the books that I was reading last month. This one, Braiding Sweetgrass, is about indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the teaching of plants. And I've been thinking about this phrase, turning swords into plowshares, and thinking about what that meant. And I think that the initial intention was that the swords, the instruments of war, were not a good thing, but turning those into plowshares was seen to be good. But in reading that book, the Braiding Sweetgrass book, and also thinking about and reading about colonial agricultural practices and sort of the plantations that were imposed on countries that the European colonists went to that displaced traditional food and medicine plants. And I can't help but think that perhaps the plowshares have done their own damage to the land and to the people that live in places too, in a different way than the swords perhaps, but still they've had their own impact. And as I'm stitching here, I'm thinking about how these little bottle caps are just found everywhere in the world, anywhere you go. And, I've traveled to many places and I find them everywhere. I know that the rust will make some interesting patterns on my cloth, but then I've added this other curious little thing, this little square here. It is something that's very special and quite rare. It's a chip from a quantum computer, and that relates to this book that I was reading last month. And I think it was just right after I made last month's video, I got to the part of this book that started talking about quantum physics, and I thought, how many more bizarre coincidences and connections to my life can there be? So I'm not going to explain why I have the quantum computer chip. I'm not actually sure if I'm allowed to have one, but I will tell you that this one is not working and is obsolete. It's an old one. It's not current technology. It's, I don't know, several generations out of date. So by the time anybody finds it, if you're inclined to come dig it up, it will no longer tell you anything that you need to know about quantum computing, no reverse engineering or anything like that. Anyway, that's it for this month. I am hoping to make a few other videos coming up this month. I have some ideas and we'll see if they get done. Got a bunch of projects I've been working on, and I think that's why I haven't been making videos. I've been working on the projects rather than on making the videos. So maybe there'll be another one out this month. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for now. As you can see, my little bundle here is starting to get bigger, and I'm just really anticipating how big it might be at the end of the year once it's got all 12 pages wrapped around here. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you around soon.